welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna and I'm back with another video. This actually is my first hair related video, so I'm excited about that. I didn't want to post a hair video until I felt pretty comfortable and confident with what I was doing. So I'm feeling pretty good about my wig application technique, so I felt like it was time for me to make a video. So we're here. Before I get into how I put my wig on, let me tell you a little bit about this hair. So this wig came from RPG Hair Show, and I'm going to link the details, the link and everything down below so that you guys can purchase it if you guys are interested in this specific hair. I personally really like it. It came already plucked. There were no baby hairs or anything in it. But it did come plucked, and I was able to just pull out a few edges and cut them and stuff. So I really personally like this wig a lot. I think it's a very beginner friendly wig. Like, it's not too much hair to be trying to manage. Like I said, it already comes plucked, so that takes off a lot of stress. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite summer wigs at the moment because Atlanta be hot, y'all. It be hot out here. If I'm not a professional, y'all, I know that I still have work to do, but this to me is a lot of progress from my first time putting on a frontal wig, and so I felt like it was time for me to video how I get to this, effect. So the fact that I'm able to even wear my hair pulled back, like, that to me says a lot about how far I've come. So please, y'all, don't come for me about how I put my wig on. Like I said, everybody puts their wigs on different. Everybody has different outcomes. Like, I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm still perfecting the way that I put my wig on. So, with that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay, the wig that I'm going to apply is this wig here. I know it looks kind of crazy right now because it's a little frizzy. I was combing it and stuff. But as you can see, it's just a really short, curly bob type wig. And I've worn this wig a couple of times before, so the lace is already cut. But yeah, so this is the wig I'm going to be wearing. And the products that you're going to need to apply your wig are... You're going to, of course, need Bold Hold. So I use Bold Hold Active because it's better for people who sweat a lot, and I do because I dance and I work out and stuff. So Bold Hold Active is good for people like me. And then I'm using Argan Oil Mousse. This is the Shine and Style Foaming Mousse. It's one of my favorites. I'm going to be using Got To Be Glued Spray. Some Witch Hazel. I prefer to use witch hazel to dry the area instead of alcohol. I don't know, for some reason straight alcohol irritates my skin, so witch hazel is kind of the diluted version for me. And then I also use a spray bottle with water since I'm going to be using curly hair. So those are all the things. Oh, also one of these, this is an edge brush. It has some hair on it, but this is an edge brush. It has a comb on one end, a little flat thingy, a brush, all of that. And then I have a Denman brush that I'm going to use to style the hair. And then some clips. So pretty much all of these things that I'm using to apply my wig can be bought at a beauty supply store, like your local beauty supply. That's where I got everything that I use. I'm not sure if you can get all of these things somewhere like Target or Walmart, because I've never seen Bold Hold in Walmart or a Sally's or anything. But if you go to your usual beauty supply, you should be able to find all of these products. So yeah, let's get into this wig application. Okay, so the first step to applying your wig is having a great foundation. My preference when I'm applying a frontal wig is to do straight backs. I know that some people will do like a low bun or a low ponytail, and those things, anything works as long as it's flat at the top, at the bare minimum. Make sure that you have a flat foundation. So however you get it done is up to you. My preference is straight back braids though, because it allows my hair to grow and stay detangled. So, bloop. I probably should have wrote this stuff down before I started filming because I feel like I keep forgetting important steps or things necessary. But I forgot to mention that you are going to need a stocking cap, wig cap, whatever you call it, to put on top of your head. I get mine from Amazon. You can get them from the beauty supply store as well. So the first step is to apply alcohol, or for me, witch hazel, across your hairline area. I already did that before I even started filming, so I'm going to jump right into the next step, which is to brush your edges back. Since I just got my hair braided, I don't really have anything to brush back, but I'm still going to do that just in case. Okay, so while my edges are kind of drying a little bit under there, I have a few tips and things that I learned from my trial and error of trying to lay wigs, so I'm going to tell you that now. So the first thing to try to avoid when applying your wigs is to avoid rushing. My first few times applying wigs, I think I was a little bit impatient. And so when I tried to spray the got-to-be on my wig cap to let it dry for that ball cap method, I didn't allow enough drying time for the wig cap. And when I cut the wig cap, it pushed back because it was still wet, like it hadn't fully set. The same thing applies for the wig itself. Like once you put the bold hold on there, you put your wig down, you know, you still have to allow time for the wig to set if you're not going to do too much styling. Like wrap it down, mold it into your head, and literally just let it sit for like 15-30 minutes. So I think that was my biggest mistake, so avoid rushing. The second tip that I would give you is when applying the bold hold to your skin, make sure that you do it in a really thin line, because it is extremely hard to remove the bold hold once it's on. So if you put it in front of the lace, you're gonna have a hard time getting it off. So that would be my second tip, and all of these things you'll kind of see as I go through, but I wanted to get it out the way early. And then my last tip, I guess, would be to be patient. So be patient with yourself in learning how to apply a wig. It took me a good number of times to get it right, and I've been doing my own hair for a minute, like doing wigs and things like that for a minute, and kind of getting that melted effect with your lace fronts is actually really hard, and it takes time. So be patient with yourself. Like if you don't get it the first time, don't give up, try again. It took me a few times to get it right, and it's honestly okay to mess up the first few times. So let's get into this wig. So I'm just gonna put my stocking on my head, ooh, and pull it down. All right, I'm just gonna take my got-to-be spray and spray it like right in front of my hairline. Okay, so it's not fully dried yet, but now since it's mostly dry, I'm gonna cut holes in my ear and flatten it out even more. My wig cap is completely dry. I actually walked around for a bit just to make sure. And now I'm going to use some little baby scissors. You can use baby scissors or you can use an eyebrow razor. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. I'm not that comfortable with using a razor, so scissors it is. And to make it easier, I cut like a little piece here, and then over here, and then over here. Okay, so next I'm going to take a powder foundation that matches my skin tone or the color that I want. I'm going to put that all over the wig cap along with the lace for my wig. So now it's time to apply the glue. So I put my glue on using one of my clips. I just use this part of it. I'll squirt a bunch of the glue on the back of my hands, and to apply it, I just use this because it gives me like a nice thin layer. Since I plan on wearing this wig for at least a week, I'm gonna do like 3 layers of glue.
Look,
so
get back up here. No.
No, Preston. So whenever I only wear my wig for like a couple of days, I only do like 1 layer because it makes it easier to take off, especially since I use Bold Hold Active. It's a little bit on the stronger side. So I just dab a little bit, and I'm making a really thin layer right in front of the wig cap. Like a super thin layer. Okay, so once that is all clear, ooh, there's a piece of hair stuck. Once that's all clear, I'm gonna just go ahead and stick it on, and I'm gonna use my fingers to press it in, as well as a hair clip once it's all nice and stuck. Wow, I just used the wrong hair clip to press down. I used the one that had glue on it. Rookie mistake, Deanna, rookie mistake. I'll be able to fix it though. I just have some alcohol in my hand, some, what is it, witch hazel, and I'm gently just like rubbing it into the hair and then pulling out the stickiness. So I'm rubbing it like between my fingers and then just pulling it out. Just very gently because I don't want this to rip any hair out. Whenever it gets dry, I add some more witch hazel to my fingers. This would be a very great moment to have alcohol on hand. And boom, we're all good. Okay, so next I'm about to just pull out some edges, and then yeah, I'm gonna see what I can pull out. Okay, so the way to me, one of the best ways to get it to melt, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my got to be, spray it on my finger, and just put it, like, dab it into the lace. I feel like that kind of gives you that really melted look. And I'm like pressing it in. Okay, now I'm just gonna wrap that for a few minutes, let that marinate, and then I'm gonna come back and do my, like, style my hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this off, and it already looks better than I started, so yeah. While that was drying, I plugged in my hot comb. So now I'm just going to, I think I want to do like the straight back look again, but I want to see how it looks on this short hair. So I'm just going to hot comb the hair straight back to make it super flat. Okay, before I even get into styling my, well, not styling, I am styling it, but before I get into doing my edges, I'm going to style the rest of it just by, ooh, what if I did like a little half up thing? I'm going to put this in a ponytail and start defining the curls a little bit better, which is really just wetting it and brushing through it. Okay, so now that I've brushed that all back, I am going to take some clips and clip the sides down because they, for some reason, do not want to stay. So I'm going to clip them down while I do my edges, and then I'm going to wrap all of it. Okay, so for my edges, I'm still going to use this mousse as well as Got To Be and my edge brush. So I am still honestly mastering the art of doing baby hairs with a wig. So this, I think, just really comes with practice. Don't judge the way my hair looks, my baby hairs look, but this is still, you know, I'm still learning with this process, so bear with me. so now that I pretty much got my baby hairs the way I want them, like I said, I'm not really too big on baby hair. Maybe because I'm not that good at doing it. I don't know what what the disconnect is with me and doing baby hair myself. But this is all I'm gonna do, which is like literally just a couple of baby swoops. Now I'm gonna use my finger and some Got To Be Again, and I am going to just press that in to where those baby hairs are, just to make sure that they're nice and secure, like they're not going nowhere. And the last step, you guys, is to, okay, I'm lying, it's not really the last step, it's one of the last steps though, is to just wrap and mold those edges down. And then the real last step is, once you do your makeup, to just use whatever foundation or concealer you use to just, you know, clean up the hairline a little bit so that it looks even more seamless. But this, you guys, this is a really good, it's already looking pretty good considering, you know, I'm no professional. So I actually am really proud of myself with this application, I'm not gonna lie. And I've never done, this is the most baby hairs I've ever done on my wig, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that down. So I'm gonna do my makeup and then I'm gonna check back in and show you guys the final product. So okay, so my makeup is done. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. And I actually just recorded how I did this look, so when y'all see my next video and I have the same thing on, it's because I filmed it same day, you know. But yeah, let's get into this hair reveal. So I ended up switching my scarf to a do-rag because my hair was drying a little bit bigger than I wanted it to. My like idea for this look was it to be a little bit more on the flat side, flat but curly, like giving the wet look. So I switched it to a do-rag because the hair is too short to put a hair tie in. I feel like the last time I did this look, I put a hair tie in it to make sure it dried flat, but I couldn't do that with this hair, it's too short. So let's get into it.
Stop.
Okay, so maybe I should have used clips. I need more clips, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with it, but I actually don't hate it. I think that I could do better. The do-rag, while I had good intentions, it did not give me what I thought I was going to get. It made it a little too flat. Like, the curls are very much flat. Or maybe I should have just used clips instead of a do-rag. I think that's the root of the problem. But I don't have enough clips like this to have done my whole head. But I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm feeling it. I am. It's a look. For sure. And in terms of my wig application, I feel like I've said a bunch of times, like, I'm still learning, but I want to emphasize that I'm still learning, you guys. Like, this is still trial and error for me. Y'all saw I had a whole mistake over here. I'm still learning how to do baby hairs. Like, this was me kind of branching out from my comfort zone. Every time I do my wigs, I actually try to do something that I haven't done or try to fix a mistake that I made in the past. So today, my new venture for my wigs was to do more baby hairs than usual. And I think that I did pretty good. I did pretty good considering. So, you know, doing your own wigs is very much trial and error. You know, it's not going to be one hit. Like, the first time you do it, it's going to be perfect. Like, unless you're just like that. But for me, that's not the case. Like, I do my own wigs all the time, and I still find something that I can do better each time. Like, this isn't perfect, but it's better than the last time. which was better than the last time. So it's just a work in progress, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, I think this is like pretty much beginner friendly. It took me, I think this is like my 5th or 6th time putting on a frontal myself. Usually I do closure wigs on myself, but this is like my 5th or 6th time doing my own frontal wig, and I think that this is progress. So yeah, I hope that my tips have been helpful for you or will be helpful for you in the future, and that this video makes putting your wig on 10 times easier. And yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I really enjoyed making it for you. And yeah, I will, before I catch y'all in my next video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this one in the future. So yeah, now I'll catch y'all in my next video. Peace. People, look at the camera. Oh, just have to. Guest starring Preston and Lilo. Not the makeup, not the makeup. This is what she does.